retreated. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system. Had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 5th-round pick in the 2019 draft out of North Dakota State. It's Easton Stick.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Keeps himself upright. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Lazard. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They run. Robinson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 67 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Now Taylor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Stick back to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Stick looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking for Ridley again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Stick looking to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But when it all comes together, you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11 and 5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He'll buy some time right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Throwing again on second down. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play fake. Here's Love. Flushed out right. Well, there's Tunyon. What a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, it's Stick. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, Taylor. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun throw for Stick. Escaping the pressure right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is going to be Packer football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And that is incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down on as the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call him, the West Coast offense, the long hand?
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And look at this. He's going to keep it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Jordan Love in this offense. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stick. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, they'll throw with Stick. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Love now to pass on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Rashawn Gary able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Colts send out their punter. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Henry Ruggs, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indy set to go on offense once more. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball. Finding guys open downfield and finding the end zone 3 times, that'll help. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely, just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Throwing, Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rocky Sin.
And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Here's Stick on 1st and 10.
That's Gallup on the slant.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They run again with Dillon.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Dillon.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. A strong running. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Stick from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 50. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, letting some other guys play.
McLaughlin for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.